Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. So, was everybody riveted by the budget today? I wasn't. I wasn't at all, to be honest. It was really, really dull and it was really, really boring. The reason why they make it so dull and so boring is so you don't pay attention to the detail. I didn't pay attention to much of the detail because it's largely irrelevant. Rachel Reeves delivered the budget, but the budget isn't set by her, it's set by the OBR, the Office for Budget Responsibility. She is merely a spokesperson for the OBR, and the OBR is unelected and unaccountable to anybody. Nobody voted for them, and nobody actually gets a say on the budget. Okay, all we have is a representative delivering what's already been decided. That's the first thing I want to point out. Most people in the United Kingdom and most people in the mature democracies of the West are socially and fiscally conservative. And why is this? It's because they live hand to mouth, they live paycheck to paycheck, they don't know where the next paycheck's coming from, and they're not financially secure. So the people that usually bear the brunt of any flights of fancy that a government takes in a budget is the working class, and that's the same all over the world, not just the United Kingdom. That's the second thing I would say. The third thing I'd like to say is that there was debate a few years ago in the UK on whether we were going to abolish the 2p and the 1p piece. Australia and New Zealand have already done this, and other countries are looking to do the same. It's because the countries' chancellors and the economies of the countries that are on fiat currency have devalued and debased the currency to such a degree that a penny and 2p is essentially worthless. So when you're seeing the Labour Party putting out these large infographics that are saying to everybody, look at this, isn't this wonderful? You're going to save a penny on every single pint that you buy. Isn't this wonderful? Well, no, not really. Not everybody goes to the pub. Not everybody drinks. Some working people go to the pub. Not lots of working people, just some, because so many pubs have closed. So no, that's not a big deal. And they make such a big song and dance about saving a penny here and a penny there. Don't be so patronising and don't be so pathetic. Nobody gives a fuck if they're saving a penny on a pint. They really don't. And I've made a big song and dance about national insurance going up for employers on their employees. That doesn't help the working class. And the reason why it doesn't help the working class is because those costs are just passed on in other ways, such as the companies have to make efficiencies elsewhere. They can't afford to hire as many staff because they haven't got enough money. And in addition to that, what it also means is that other efficiencies are brought in. Maybe they'll send the jobs overseas. That's what happens when they increase the minimum wage and the living wage in a country to such a degree. Any job that's worth a damn, or any job that people would actually want to do, is put overseas. It's not kept locally in the country, and the jobs that are kept locally in the country have to be taken by imported workforce that have loopholes for taking wages lower than the minimum wage of the country. So you always get screwed over in different ways. They have frozen fuel duty. Fuel duty has been frozen. Big well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is sarcasm. If you just look at the Anglosphere, if you look at the 5 English-speaking countries, Canada, USA, New Zealand, Australia, and the UK, we have the highest fuel costs in those countries by a long way for the car. Okay, let's just look at this now. Okay, let's just see. £1.34 per litre in the UK. In the United States, it's about 88 pence a litre. If you look in Canada, it's about £1.05 per litre. If you look in Australia, it's about 95p a litre. And if you look in New Zealand, it's £1.22 per litre. We are fucked. We are getting screwed over, hand over fist, by this government. And it's not just this government, it's every single government. You get twatted over the head, pardon the language, either physically, if you've got my MP, Mike Amesbury, or metaphorically, for the time being, if you've got other Labour MPs. Okay? So don't bother to petition your MP about you being unhappy with the budget in person, because you're liable to get smacked. And don't do it in a letter or email, because they'll just ignore you if it's not something that they want to deal with. And they've got the pet projects and the pet concerns that they want to deal with, i.e. things they were going to do anyway. But anything that you actually care about or you want them to take notice to, you'll either be shut down, you'll be physically assaulted by your MP if it's my MP, or you'll be put in prison. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe, and remember, we're led by donkeys. Actually no, we're led by clowns. It's a fucking clown show, and it needs to change. Thank you for your time.